Good day, everybody. Today we are going to look at one of the chapters in educational psychology. We are going to look at chapter 5, Learning Styles Differences. Each individual strives in different environments with different abilities. We must not cluster people, especially our students, in the same group and stereotype them to have the same abilities and styles. We need and must identify their differences, most importantly in the way they learn, in the way they perceive information. The word that we need to emphasize here is different. As teachers, we must understand the preferred learning styles of the children. By doing so, it helps us to understand why learning is sometimes difficult for them. We learn by using different senses. Each individual retrieves and retains information using one of the senses. This is when Bark model comes into view. There are 4 focus on learning styles. The first one is visual learners, who learn through images like mind maps. Second is auditory learners, who learn through hearing. They prefer discussion and lecture. Third is read-write learners, who learn through written information. Fourth is kinesthetic learners, who learn through moving physically, it's either walking, doing, or seeing. Visual learners understand information through observation and graphic depiction, such as arrows and charts. They form images in the brain upon hearing or reading. Due to this, they prefer to work in a quiet environment to generate their thoughts. We can identify visual learners on how organized they are. They are very observant. They need to see the instructions in order to perform well. How do we accommodate them in our classroom? In order to engage them into learning process, we can use mind maps to organize ideas, sketches to visualize the ideas, graphs to depict numbers into visuals, and a very common method highlights keywords. Through these strategies and techniques, teachers get to help students retain information effectively. Next, let's look at auditory learners, who prefer to listen in order to retain information. They pay more attention to the words delivered through lecture or discussion. This group of learners enjoy discussion as it is one of the ways for them to clarify their understanding. Therefore, they can be classified as good listeners. How do we accommodate them in our classroom? To accommodate this group of learners in our classroom, we can conduct question and answer session. This will help them retain information through sharing ideas orally. One other way using the same concept is through discussion. They enjoy explaining and presenting. We can also help them by recording the lecture. Also, we can use word association or jargon to help them remember even better. For read and write learners, they accept and interpret printed information very well. They also take notes from their reading to understand better. This group obviously enjoy reading as much as writing. They're able to learn well through interaction with what is written. In order for teachers to accommodate them in the classroom, reading activities can be conducted. Teachers can develop habit of writing notes and promote reading through textbook culture. Now, let's take a look at kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners are the most active learners, physically active among other learners in the classroom. This is because they absorb information through physical movement. they prefer hands-on activity in order to stay focused. They unfortunately cannot sit still as they tend to lose focus easily. They learn best when they're able to touch, feel, and move the object. By doing so, they are moving their muscle and body parts to experience new information, thus locking the new information in their memory. How do we, teachers, recognize this group of learners? Interaction and involvement are crucial to them. Therefore, they prefer to participate and do the task. New information should be demonstrated and let them try it firsthand. This is how they engage during the learning process. So, how do we accommodate them in our classroom? In order to make sure they stay focused, we can ask them to do gestures. Even small gestures will do, like highlighting keywords. Assign them in group works so they can participate by helping others. Do role play by using puppet for two-dimensional experience. Also, we can plan outdoor activities. We mustn't confine their imagination. Let them explore and engage with the surroundings. The ultimate question is how this knowledge helps us to be better teachers. By knowing students' abilities and the way they perceive knowledge, which are different to one another, we as teachers can plan and create lessons which should consider suitable combination of teaching methods by using different materials through various activities. It certainly helps and benefits both teachers and students as we, together with our students, can reach full potential of effectiveness. That's the end of my slideshow. Thank you very much for your attention.